Hello and welcome to another useless codex review. Today's review is on the T'au Empire, the T'au Codex, Codex T'au. And oh, wrong book. The this new book, it just came out, so all you T'au players can rejoice and bask in the glory of the T'au. Oh, that's the wrong book. Bask in the glory of the T'au Empire in ninth edition Warhammer 40,000. And yeah, so the kind folks over at Games Workshop sent me a review copy, and yeah, it looks fantastic. There's a lot of stuff to like in here. This book is like what 130 some 135 pages, front and back, in color, no less. And yeah, and they said there's a book, upcoming book, Codex, that's boasting 200 pages. That's going to be a thick book because this book is huge. I mean, this book is bigger than the previous codexes. This is like a centimeter on both sides. I don't know how well you guys can kind of see that, but yeah, the book is like a centimeter bigger on height, like both ways. It goes both ways. So this is a useless review because, well, I'm not going to talk about the stats. I don't play T'au anymore. I used to play T'au way back in 3rd edition, but I haven't played T'au in a very long time. Just mainly because, when I was playing them, I liked them and all, but I always ended up gravitating back towards Eldar and stuff like that. And so I was like, I used to collect Tyranids as well. Yeah, believe it or not. But anyway, this book, I mean, it looks fantastic. It's got like all sorts of stuff. It's got tons of background material. Talking about, obviously like their expansion and what the tower are all about. It's got lots of pretty pictures. Gives you all the cast, the ethereals, Anshi's still in the book. Wow, that Anshi's still in the book. That's actually kind of cool because he's been in here since 3rd edition. And yeah, gives you all the descriptions of the battle suits. I actually watched a recent Warhammer Plus video explaining battle suits and the whole thing. Basically, like really the naming system, right? Like how it's XV whatevers and stuff like that. All the drones, with the gear. Oh, commanders. Anyway, it's got lots of lore. It's got lots of pretty pictures. It's got rules for the Crusade system, which I think is really, really nice, actually. Gives you lots of things for, creating your own septs. Different septs give you different rules. All sorts of stuff. Stratagems, gives you all your tons of stratagems. Prototype systems. What is prototype systems? If your army is battle-forged and includes a T'au Empire detachments, including auxiliary, super heavy auxiliary, or fortification network detachments, then when you are mustering your army, you can upgrade any of the following models in your army by giving them a prototype system. Your commander models, Crisis Chasseur, Bodyguard Chasseur, and Ghost Keel Chasseur. That's really cool. Oh, and it gives you how much it costs power level or points. You can get all sorts of crazy crap with your guys. Warlord traits, relics, chapter approved rules, campaign or crusade rules for doing campaigns. I think this is really, really fun. I don't get to play a lot of campaign in Warhammer 40,000 just because, oftentimes, people are just kind of, I just want to play a game. I just want to get a game. I only got time to play a game, Whereas, doing a campaign, it requires a little bit more prep and, organization. You really do need a GM for that kind of thing to, oversee at least somebody. The GM can still play in the game, but I mean, you need somebody who's got, decent organizational skills and, basically, because, I mean, anybody who's done this knows that organizing a crusade campaign, Warhammer 40,000 fantasy, whatever. It's like herding cats, right? Trying to get all your players together. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for 8 weeks and we're going to, game it out. And you know what I mean? Like it's a task. It's a task. And you know what? A round of applause to all the GMs out there. Go ahead, give yourself a pat on the back or pat on the head. I don't know, whatever. Whatever it is you got to do. Whatever it is you got to do, go do it. Ooh, T'au name generator. Even gives you a T'au name generator. I like this. You can pick a world. Oh, wow. Oh, this must be for the campaign. Now, this is really cool because I don't know if this was in the last book, but in the first book, the 3rd edition book, which is the first book, it had a glossary at the back of like Tau words and stuff like that. And I wonder if something similar to that is in here. I'm not really seeing it. This is more or less just kind of making up your own names and stuff like that. And then, of course, we get into all the data sheets. 3 whole pages on drones. Tau do love their drones, don't they? Good God. Good God. Commander Shadow Sun, Commander Farsight, Commander in Crisis Battlesuit, Commander in Enforcer Battlesuit, Commander in Cold Star Battlesuit, Cadre Fireblade, Kroot Shaper. Oh, Kroot Shaper? He's an HQ? He used to be just like a unit upgrade. Ethereal. Ethereal's last? Come on. Oh, Aunva? Unva? Oh, it's the guy in the chair. The little space pope. Right. And then Anshi. Anshi was my favorite. Basically, because the way I used to play my Tau was gunline, have Anshi. Anshi would help direct the fallback. Because it was always deploy as far forward. As soon as the stuff's coming, you just blast it away. And you just kind of, keep rolling backwards and just keep everybody at range. But mind you, though, the first book did not have as many options as this new book does. Dark Strider, Long Strike, geez Louise. You get strike teams, breacher teams for breaching, Kroot Carnivores, Kroot Riders, Crisis Battlesuits, Crisis Bodyguards, Stealth Battlesuits, Ghost Keel Battlesuit, Farsight Marksman, Tactical Drones, Pathfinder Team, Piranha. Does anybody use Piranhas? I never see Piranhas. Does anybody use them? Vespid Stingwings, as opposed to the Vespid Dullwings, non-stinging. Kroot Hounds, Broadside Battlesuits, Riptide Battlesuit, Hammerhead Gunship, Skyray Gunship. Does anybody use Skyrays? I never see those on the table either. Devilfish, Razor Shark Strike Fighter, and Sun Shark Bomber. They both look like the same plane. Then, of course, it's got the rules for the Tidewall Shield Line and Tidewall Drone Port. Tidewall Gun Rig, Storm Surge. Oh, and then it just gives you a glossary and stuff like that. So, yeah, it gives you all your points values and a glossary, but nothing on the Tau language. So I just want to talk something a little bit about, because again, this is a useless codex review. So for all you Tau players out there, I'm sure y'all jumped on this from the previous edition, right? Actually, here, let's have it. Let's have the new hotness in the front, and the old hotness. Anyway, but in the first book, the first Tau Codex, it is a chintzy little, what is it? How many pages is this? I don't even know. 60, about 63, 64 pages. 60 some pages. Just, so it might as well be like a leaflet. But what it had in it, though, it had like all the things for this Tau Seps. And, it had lots of little stories in it. Oh, yeah, there it is. This one here. It gives you the glossary of the Tau alphabet, as well as Tau words, and and of course it gives you a big long thing about how the Tau language works and the ideas behind it. But what I always loved in this book was, like, for example, everybody knows, like, for example, Gwella, right, which is the word for the humans. But like the meaning behind some of these words, one of my favorites is Malcador, or Malcor, spider. It's a Tau word for spider. We've talked about this one in the past. Where was it? Oh, Yeldi, aircast name for particularly gifted pilot. Literal translation is winged one. What was the other one? There's a bunch in here. Not a lot. It's not like a full dictionary or anything like that. I mean, it's it's made up stuff, right? Auras, powerful, right? And if any of those words sound a little bit familiar to any of you old school players, yeah, this was the Spire gang in Necromunda. The Malcor, Yaldi, Auras, and what was the other one? Oh, Jakara. That's it. Jakara. mirror. Right? Anybody remember those ones? So anyway, those are old T'au words. And this was printed like back in what, 2001, 2000? Something like that, 99? 2001. 2001. My book is in fairly decent condition. That's not really the point of this video, talking about, you know, my old book. So basically the new book is twice the size and is jam-packed. I mean, like, okay. Like here's how limited the T'au Codex was when it first came out. You had a commander, a Chasse L or Chasse O. You had an ethereal. You had Crisis Bodyguard. Okay, that's just 3 HQ right there. Elite was the Crisis Battlesuits, the Stealth Team. That was your elites. And that's it. Troops was Fire Warrior, your Transport, the Devilfish, and Kroot Carnivore Squad, the Gun Drone Squadron, Pathfinders, Kroot Hound Pack, Broadsides, Hammerhead, Krootox. That's it. That's all. That was all for the T'au. That was it. That's all there was for T'au. So you can pretty much see why I did not really stick with T'au for very, very long. I always loved that old sketch of a T'au battlesuit done by, I think it's Jess Goodwin. It's probably Jess Goodwin. But yeah, it looks like Jess Goodwin's style. I've always really liked that piece. There's always tons of great art. The book doesn't have a lot of color pictures in it. It's just really just the heavy metal section, right? It gives you colored section, but then the rest of the book is all black and white. There's no color. As opposed to the new book, which has tons of color in it. So hopefully you enjoyed whatever this was as far as useless codex reviews are concerned. I'm sure many of you are going to pick this up. I'm sure many more of you won't because you don't play. And why would you buy something that you don't play? Unless, of course, you want to read the background material, which, you know, there's a good deal of background material. I mean, how many pages of background material are there? There is approximately 40 pages, approximately 40 pages of background material. I'm just, you know, talking about all the different things about T'au. So if you're into the background material, almost, what, about a third of the book, quarter of the book, right? It's 130 pages, 40. I can do math. A third of the book is background material. So, I don't know. If this is something you need, get it. You don't care? Don't. If you're playing against them, you might want to pick it up. If you face them a lot in your gaming groups, yeah, you know your enemy. Know your enemy. I think I've talked long enough about this. Big thank you to Games Workshop for sending me a copy of this book early. I unfortunately have just now gotten around to getting a video created on this. And, you know, everybody else who's gotten this book has done a thorough examination and a far better examination of the rules and what's in this book in comparison to, you know, the last edition. I'm sure there's many better reviews out there, but this one, it's my own personal insight, and, you know, it's a little bit of a journey, I suppose, that we went on down memory lane or whatever. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Big thank you to my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do. And so a huge thank you to everybody who does. And I will see you guys in the next useless codex review. I'm not saying the codexes are useless. I'm saying that the review is useless. So useless codex review. Useless review codex? No. Codex useless review? I'm Ron Burgundy.